My name is Mad Skills, and you are now tuned into the Spark Something podcast. And right here, I want you guys to be the best version of yourself. I want you to live out the life that God is calling you to live out, because there'll never be another you. And no one else can do it the way that you can do it. Not with the flavor God has given you. So with that being said, welcome to the show. Let's go.
My name is Camille S. Daly, founder and CEO of CSD Creations, Creative Sublime Designs. What do you want your audience to know about your business at first glance? How we show up visually is impactful and is proven that consistent, cohesive, high-quality graphics leaves a mark in the minds of your customer. How do you want to make your customer feel? Branding is more than the visual standards, but also the overall experience your company provides. Together, we can dive in and ensure that we will achieve your all-encompassing branding goals. Services include logo creation, print media such as signage, brochures, flyers, digital media such as graphics for ads, social media, and simple animations, website building and management utilizing the Squarespace platform, and consulting for branding, strategizing, and customer experience. So what are you waiting for? Connect with me today at csdcreations.co.
What's the goal, man? What's the goal? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to accomplish? How are we trying to get there? Do we feel rushed? Do we feel like we may not make it? Do we feel like time is running out? Time is not our friend. We're racing against the clock. What is it? Like, it's so many things at once, and it can honestly get very, very overwhelming because life is extremely interesting at times. And when we don't know what else to do, when we've given all we can, the only thing we can do is stand. Big shout out to Donnie McClurkin for that. Stand on God's word, trust him, and know that his ways aren't our ways and his thoughts aren't our thoughts, but his ways and his thoughts and the things that he thinks towards us are perfect. He is perfect. And he gave us purpose to be able to move and to be exactly who he has called us to be. The world will rush you and make you feel like you are not where you need to be. You need to be here. You shouldn't be there. Listen, your life is meant to be lived. It's meant to be enjoyed. There's going to be a lot of things that try to take you off focus, that try to make you feel like you are not good enough, to try to make you feel so many things, and they're not always going to be positive things. And we are trying so hard to get to the destination. And I was listening to another podcast. Big shout out to Jeff Logan for the Becoming a Beast podcast. And he was saying that we are basically trying to rush to get to the end of our lives. Is that what we're rushing to? And he was like, you're trying to rush to get to the goal, like to the end, like to where you have nothing left. Like you're rushing to get there. And that honestly made me think about this thing called a destination addiction. And a destination addiction it's an actual thing, to be honest. And it's pretty much you or us, because I'm going to say us, thinking that we have to get to a certain place, be with a certain person, make a certain amount of money, live a certain lifestyle, get to a certain goal, and then we can finally be happy. The journey is where the work is done. I've gotten to, and don't get me wrong, I've gotten to certain destinations in my life and I was happy, But it was really the process of getting to the destination that made the effort feel great. But it was after I got to the destination that I felt like, okay, all that work that I put in was well worth it, because the celebration is only going to last but so long. But the process to get to the destination is going to actually build my character. And that's what's happening. That's what's been happening. My character has been being built. Um, so recently I lost someone close to me, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me want to kind of go backwards and feel like, all right, I don't know if I want to do anything today. I kind of want to just do nothing. And I'm realizing that I've spent a lot of my time being distracted by life and things that happen. Not to say that I don't need to take the time to grieve or take the time to step back, but I'm saying I don't want my grief or my taking time to step back to actually hinder me from moving forward, because this could actually be the push that I need to move forward, because I've always taken a step back. And in me taking a step back, and this is just with me, I stay there. And I sometimes sulk in that. And then when time has passed and I realize that time is now passed and I still haven't done the things that I've wanted to do to get to where I wanted to go, I don't feel any better than I did when I took a step back. And I'm realizing that I want to stay focused this time around, and I want to do what God is calling me to do, because God knew everything was going to happen in the timing that it was going to happen. And today I actually recording this, cuz once this is out it's going to come out later on, but the day recording this, I got up and I was up this morning at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock this morning. It is now March 24th. March 24th, 2022. That's when I'm recording this. And I was up at 2 o'clock this morning, and I signed out of my Instagram and my Facebook account, and I deleted it off my phone. I don't know for how long. I planned on doing that, but I know once I actually put this episode out, then of course I'll take my time to get back on social, to post about, new episodes and stuff like that. But as of today, I needed to take a break and take some time away. And a lot of people's like, yo, that's an app, don't let that app control your life. And it's not necessarily that. It's more so that it's beginning to consume all of my free time. And I'm allowing it to consume all of my free time because it's distracting me from doing what God has called me to do. Because what God has called me to do is new territory, and it can get a little scary for me as a person if I'm trying to do it in my own strength, of course. But if God has called me to do it, then I know that He's going to give me the grace and the strength to continue to walk this thing out. But I also have to get up and actually do it. So what I've decided to do today is focus on what God is calling me to do, because I know that there are some things that I'm not necessarily getting in this time that's allotted to me. Like this time right here, there's some stuff that I need to be taken care of, because there's somewhere that God is taking me after this, and I need to be prepared for it. Like I need to do what God is calling me to do, because I want to actually die on empty. Like that's the goal. The goal isn't to get a new house. It's not to get a new car. Like all of those are written down. Of course, they're goals, but those aren't the ultimate goals. My ultimate goal is to legit die on empty. Like I want God to be pleased with my life at the end of the day. So when it comes to destination addiction, I don't feel like I need to try to beat a clock. I don't feel like I need to live my life anymore based on how other people feel. Like I should be doing this. I remember when I went off to school for college, and it was like, yeah, you need to do this with your life and do that, and you should go into the military. You should do this, and that. And it was a lot of voices, a lot of things going on. And then I realized once I started paying my own bills that none of these people were helping me out. So none of these people really had much of a say so after that. But I know that there's a purpose that God has placed for me to do, that I know I need to stay focused on Him, His voice, and what He's calling me to do in order for me to actually get to whatever it is. So for anybody that feels like they need to get to a certain destination in their life, like they need, this car is going to make them feel better about themselves. This job is going to make them feel better. All of those things are great. All of those things are blessings and everything. But one thing that I realized is getting something new isn't always going to cover up the old. If anything, because a lot of people, I've been in my relationship for a very, very long time. I just recently got married. But a lot of people think that being in a relationship, yikes, think that being in a relationship or even getting married is like checking something off a list. That's crazy. It's very, very crazy because you are human. The person that you're going to be with is also human. So don't use a relationship to check something off a list, especially a goal. Yikes. That's a bit much. I mean, I'm not going to judge you, but I will say that relationships, especially the right ones, tend to bring out, it's like a mirror. A mirror. I'm gonna say it like that. It's like a mirror. Like it's going to show you, especially if it's a God ordained relationship. But relationships, like when you start to get close to people, it begins to show you. When you begin to get certain things, more money, a bigger house, a nicer car. If you're a douche or a creep before the cars, before the money, before the job, like it's only going to magnify how much of a jerk you're going to be once you get these things. So my destination isn't chasing after things that are tangible. Like I don't want to chase after the stuff that's tangible. To be honest, the journey to get to the destination, like I said, is going to create the version of you that you need to be when these things come. So stay focused on, all right, I know I got to get up every day and I got to do this in order to get to that. Focus on the things that you have to do. Focus on, okay, I'm here, I'm in this moment. And because I'm here and I'm in this moment, what is this teaching me? How is this molding me and shaping me? What version of myself am I becoming while I'm going through or while I'm progressing in this area? So what is it that I need to do? Um, Also, as a reminder, I have a track called Slow It Down. And a lot of us are that feel like we're racing against the clock, or a lot of us that feel like, we got to make sure this person's happy, that person's happy, this person feels better about the decisions that we've made in our lives. We need to vicariously live our life through this person, or older people who feel like their children, they need to live their lives through their children. Like you, it's a lot of pressure to put on them. But I have a song. My song "Slow It Down" is just a reminder that I listen to this song, and it really helps me to come to some type of understanding of, hey, take a step back, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay that we don't have it all together today. It's okay that we still working through some stuff. It's cool. Baby steps. My father-in-law used to say, one day at a time. One day at a time. And it's cool. If you got to take it a day at a time, even if you minute by minute, second by second, it's okay to breathe through some stuff. It's okay to figure some stuff out before you go. It's even cool for you to take leaps, but you have to know what journey that God has you on. And I'm not talking about, okay, this person did it like that, so that looks easy. It makes sense to do it like that. Like, you can borrow from other people, but you can't live their lives and they can't live yours. So it's cool to get advice, but some advice is unsolicited. You don't need everybody's advice. Sometimes God is telling you to go a different way, and it's okay. Follow that voice, because everybody else's voice could really be deafening in times of transition and in times of trying to get to a destination. The destination is the prize. The destination is like the end all be all, but the journey, the goal, the process, that's where the real prize is at. That's where the real goal is at, is the person that you become in the process of it. So take your time. It's cool if you don't have it all together right now. I know it's probably something you have not heard. Like, yo, nah, I need to do this. They'll tell you might, but it's okay if you don't. Take your time. Life is happening for you, not to you. We living this thing out together. This is your girl, Matt Skills. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all need any type of prayer, please feel free and do not hesitate to ask. DM me. In fact, email me. Email me. Email me. Hit me up. sparksunpodcast@gmail.com. It's going to be in the description. But no, hit me up and say, yo, I need to talk, or I just need you to pray for me. And I will do so. God bless y'all. I love y'all. It's your girl, Matt Skills, and I hope to spark something in your life. And I'm out. Peace, baby.